Hello everybody, Accureye here, and this might be a bit of a short video. I'm not entirely sure yet, but in today's video we will be talking about something that I've been thinking about, especially now that I'm coming back into the fighting game community. Now, for those of you who don't know, I used to be part of the fighting game community for a long time. Street Fighter was originally my first game. And, of course, I kind of got it big on to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So, when I kind of got big on to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I started doing tournaments and stuff. And while they were mostly local tournaments, they still were really, really fun for me to do. I still enjoyed them. And even up to today, I still kind of enjoy the idea of doing tournaments and being competitive. But, I mean, this is something that I've been kind of thinking about, kind of talking about. And for many of you who are new to the competition, to the so-called competitive scene, or maybe even new to fighting games in general, and you're kind of like in that process of wanting to learn or do, you know, maybe get higher ranks, get to competitive level and fight against competitive players, or, you know, just fight in the high rank area. You know, you may be thinking, well, Accureye, I'm getting stuck on bronze. I'm getting stuck on whatever rank I'm getting stuck at. So what do I do? It's obviously getting frustrating and I don't know what to do. Well, one thing you could do, and I probably have mentioned this before, is watch the pros. And of course, by watching the pros, you open up a whole lot of opportunity for yourself to of course, you know, have a chance to be, you know, be able to get an idea of how your character should work or will work, and what works for your character. Also, with that being said, it is also a way for you to get an idea of, well, I don't understand if this really works for me, if this is good for me. You know, it's obviously a trial and error. Watching pros, of course, will give you a base of what your character can and can't do, what your character should do and what you should kind of focus on. But, I mean, for many of you who are getting frustrated, I mean, obviously, you know, I understand that the frustration can be there, especially against new players, and as you of course get better and more powerful in your own comfort zone of your character, you know, it's going to become a lot easier for you to, you know, understandably make, oh boy, sorry about that, everybody, understandably make, choices. But if you get stuck, I mean, obviously, take some time to first look at what you're doing. Review, if you can, any footage or what you've been doing. And then also kind of think about it simply as, okay, what did I not do right? Was I going too aggressive? Was I, you know, being too, you know, was I just being too, you know, too derpy, about something? Did I do something not good, not right? I mean, you know, this is something that you should probably be thinking about, because, you know, by thinking about this, you obviously also are able to understand, we get an idea. Most time, the frustration lies with simplicity. I mean, too many people obviously don't block enough. Too many people, it's all about the aggression. It's not about neutral game. It's not about, you know, finding a way to mix up or change the thing. I mean, as you'll see with, like, this match here, you know, this person, all they're doing is aggression. They don't understand anything outside of aggression. Aggression is all they know. In many ways, you could say that aggression is pretty much all they know. All they want to do is be aggressive, because they know that if they can get aggressive and they can be successful in the aggression point of view, they're not going to have to worry about defense. But that's the downfall of your of people when it comes to playstyle, is that, you know, you're over aggressive. You're just kind of thinking like, yes, I want to be aggressive because aggression wins. Button mashing wins, and as long as I'm button mashing or whatever, I'm going to win. As long as I'm kind of in point of always being offensive, I'm going to be in the advantage. But obviously, for many of you who don't understand competitive players or the tournaments, yes, aggression is going to be pretty much probably a lot of what you're focusing on. You're going to be focusing on the aggression, not the neutral points, not the points where it could change the turn or the tide of battle. Because, let's face it, the tide of battle changes all the time. And in many ways, more than one, it's sometimes a simple block that changes the tide of battle. It's sometimes just a simple, standstill game. A simple, being in the court, waiting for the next move. Waiting for the next, thing to happen. Waiting for whatever your next standpoint is. Obviously this is something that, in general will allow you to of course, be able to get better or worse in some cases. For the most part, though, it's the standstill game that changes the attitude of battle. And, many new players, many low-rank players, and by low-rank, I mean anyone between bronze or rookie to about maybe silver, to maybe about silver, if not ultra silver, are not going to understand is the neutral game. They're not going to understand the amount of time that you need to take to kind of figure out, okay, I should block, or okay, I should do this, because you're going to kind of be in that standstill flat line for a while. You're going to be kind of just in the, well, I should do this. Shouldn't I react? I mean, obviously, yes, reacting is good. Obviously, yes, reacting and being able to, be aggressive or whatever is going to help you. But obviously, there's also times where you might just want to have to think and step back and go, okay, what can I do to take my time and put this person into the neutral game? Because, again, the neutral game will be the standpoint for all, if not most, of your battles when it comes to figuring out what you need to do, what is going on, what is happening. You can't just play aggressively and hope that, your over-aggression is going to reward you enough to win. I mean, as it is, and as you may or may not notice, as you get higher and higher and as you play more, aggression isn't always going to win the game. You've got to have some smart points. You've got to have some time where once you've earned that person's respect, they're going to change up as much as you're going to change up. So, it's like the longer you battle, the more that someone pulls you into the neutral game, for instance, the more likely it is you're going to end up with, you being either confused or you being like, what do I do? How do I react? What should I do to, play the game? How should I, get myself out of this situation other than maybe pushing extra buttons or button mashing? Because, again, when you don't understand your opponent or you're not adapting and you're just kind of like, crap, I'm getting scared because I'm getting over-aggressed. I'm getting someone who's basically beating me to the punchline. It's kind of like, well, what do I do? How do I get myself out of this punchline? And, it's like that's the thing that you gotta work on is figuring out where or what you should do when someone does get a little over-aggressive on you. When someone does start to put you into the neutral game, it's kind of like you gotta change up your style and you gotta think, you can't just keep aggression up because aggression is the only way you know how to win. You've gotta figure out how can I change the game to put the cards back in my corner, to give myself the advantage again. Because if someone is going to throw you into the neutral game, then you gotta kind of think, okay, how do I turn the advantage and how do I start it to where I can be aggressive again, to where I can basically powerhouse my way through. But yeah, I mean, if you can, manage that and get people into a neutral game, chances are you're going to win and you're going to start climbing the ranks a little bit higher. But, of course, you got to know your character. You got to know how to fight. You got to know what to do. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. But lately, I've also been live on Monday and Tuesday. Sometimes I'm live on Friday. Sometimes I'm live on Sunday. Friday and Sunday will always be a bonus stream, and Monday and Tuesday will it's always like a 2 to 3 hour stream. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next one, everybody. This is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone. And just in case I didn't say it before, my Twitch is www.twitch.tv/Accureye. But thank you everyone for joining me, and again, farewell.